I don't want it to say directed by Jane Doe, so what I'm going to do is just
अभिषेक मेरी आवाज आ रही?
so when I double
हाँ सर
click on this, I have the options to start editing. So right away I want it to say something else, and I'll just say hello, and I'll go to the second line here, and I'll just say everyone. I can change the text on this quickly, so if I go through, you can see the long list. I'll just change it to there. I'll make sure you can see this. Change it, and I can change the size of the font, and you can see the other options that I have. So if I go ahead and hit play now, you can see it.
सर अंकुर 5 मिनट बाद जुड़ेगा अभिषेक इसके
also change the animation to this one, so if
10 पे जुड़ेगा
you can kind of see the list. If I find something I like,
चलो भेज रहा हूं
I
देखा
can
सर
go ahead and go to it. If I want this one, just double click on it, and it's applying that animation to it.
हाँ मेरे को
You
करिए
can also go over here to the preset, and you have the list
मेरा
of colors. I could change the color, text spacing, and everything down here. But quickly, I could add this, and I'll hit just OK now. And you can see I have this new text.
उस समय पिन कर देंगे
Probably
प्रेजेंटर
not the best one to use because it's so because it matches the colors and doesn't show up. So if I wanted
मेरा वीडियो आ रहा
to
है?
here and change it to the yellow, I can make that change. Hit OK. So now it's going to
नहीं सर
stand out.
हाँ आ रहा है
To it. So very
आ रहा है
quickly
सर आ
you
रहा
can
है
add those titles. You can move these titles all around too. So if I didn't want it there, I can drag it to a different
ठीक है
spot.
बोले
To
उसको
it.
तो
I can move it to a different layer.
आडेटा तू
If
पढ़
you're
देना
looking even for
कि मैं
more
संजय गुआ हूँ करके
different
बोल दूंगा
ones, you can go up here to the effects store, click on that, and you can connect.
हाँ sir students join कर रहे
You can purchase.
हाँ कर
I am
रहा
going to do a little bit of a different video. I'm going to open this up just on the advanced features here, where you can go through and add a few more features to get it more exact, but I'll save that for a different time.
नहीं
So
लेकिन
that's
वो
how
आप
you can
माइक
add
चालू
some text to your video very quickly and easily inside Filmora. Looking beside the titles, you're going to find transitions. So right through here, where you're going to use transitions.
Sir, everyone has to
different video clips or images that you have. Now, to do so, I'm going to select the clip that I want, and I'm just going to have this one in the middle right here, and I'm going to select it. You can see that there's the green line around it, and I'll just use, maybe I'll just do this split one right here. So I'm going to hit the plus, and you can see what it did. It added the transition to each end, and I'm going to show you how to modify these too. So what does it look like? I'll just go actually in between. Now you can go through and change these. If I wanted to stretch, if I want a longer transition, I can stretch this out like so. And if I hit play, now it's going to be slower, longer transition. I can double click on this. So if I double click on this, I get some options. So maybe I wanted to be between my timing right up here. So if I wanted it shorter, and I can also click apply to all. I'm just going to leave it like this one right now. Hit OK. Now if I hit my play, you can see it right through here. I can go back and make my adjustments through here if I wanted it shorter also. And you can also delete. Maybe I don't want this front transition like right here, and I go ahead and hit delete, and I go through. So if I wanted to bring down more media, so if I was bringing down another one here, I can go ahead and select my transitions that I want just by going up and then bringing them down. I can drag them down also, just like what I showed you with the other ones, or hit the plus and go through and modify it the way you like. Let's dive into the effects now. Now, after transitions, you can see a little star up here. I'm going to select it. You can see all these custom effects that are already created, and you just have to add it to it. Now, you can preview any of these ones. So if this B&W noise here, if I double click it, you can see it gives me an example of what it looks like here. But you probably want to see what it looks like on your own. So what you can do is, so if I click on a clip, so maybe this one here, and then I go ahead and double click on this now, just wait a second, and then what you're going to get is the actual clip with that effect added on it. It hasn't added to it yet, it's just giving you a preview. So if you like what you see at that point, you can hit the plus.
Good morning all students.
Now remember, it went down here.
Good morning sir.
Because that's where I had my
Good morning sir.
I had my playhead. So
Good morning.
See, in this type of sessions, try to be interactive.
In case you brought it to the wrong spot. So if I go ahead and hit play now,
try to interact with those people who are successful.
It will stop when that ends. So I can grab
it will help you to envision something.
out here to be longer.
आप लोग सब interact करिएगा, अपनी queries पूछिएगा.
I can stretch it out that way. You can also double click on it, and then you can
Just he
also
will be joining in.
adjust if
It's
you
a
want it,
workshop,
maybe
Abhishek.
the alpha so powerful, you can hit it
Yes.
OK, and then it will
It's
just
a
have that
workshop.
slight
Tell
look
to the
to it.
students
Again,
also.
you can delete any of these if you would like to.
That's why
Join
I'm
कर
telling
ले.
them to
You can
interact.
add,
Yeah.
remember to
Okay.
have the clip open. If you want to preview it, to go ahead and double click if you like it, and then add it after that. Now down below you also have your overlays. So overlays will work on another layer on top. So if I wanted to, for example, to add a frame to this, you can see all the different ones here. I could go through the list and try to find exactly what I want. I'm just going to add, let's say, this blue one right here. So I'm going to want it on this one. I can preview it again on it. So I'm going to double click on this one, and actually I'm going to watch, you can see it's loading up, and then it's going to preview what this might look like. If I like what I want, I'm going to move my playhead over and then add it here, and I've added, now I'll hit play, and I've added this frame to it. You can see it's a video frame too with the edges moving. And again, I can stretch this out so it's longer. So you can see that these effects are very easy to add. You can go through, and again, like any of the other ones that I've showed you, you can go to the effects store and even get more from there. But go
हाँ
ahead
हाँ
and
कल
just
आया
start
ना.
playing with these basic ones. You can add a lot of
सर मैं फाइल दो
customization
रहेगा.
to your videos.
ये वाला फाइल. हाँ
Before
सर.
we get to our exporting of our video, I just want to show you the elements features too. So this kind of works like in
क्या है?
effects here. It's the last part right here. You have these number of different things that you can bring over in a different layer. You can see that you can go through the list and check them out through here. I just have it listed as all, and I'll just go through and show you. Let's say I want to put this one here. So I want to bring my playhead over here, and I'm just going to hit the new one. Plus, it's going to download it, and then I have this badge over top of it that you can see if I hit play, that's added to it. So you can go ahead and add these elements to it. If you want more elements, or if you want more of the all the different effects, go up to the
एक
top
मिनट सर.
right hand corner and you can look at this right up here, the download. And when you do purchase an account, and you can have all these popular effects. If I scroll down a little bit, you can see they have free ones too. So if I wanted the emoji one, I could download it, and it's going to add it to my effects here. So if I close out of this,
You have any
How can we
Could
start
you?
our business?
Yes, there is somebody. Yes, Rajak. Speak.
How can we start our business?
No, no, I'm about to tell that. You can drop a message so I can start by. Is message option not available to you all guys?
Sir, maybe I am thinking there is some issue with this. You can start.
Message box.
Acha,
Okay.
there is some message. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there are. Sir. What is the basic step to cultivate? What are the basic steps to cultivate the idea of startup? Okay. So, guys, पहले, what was your mission at the outset? Okay. And I'm expecting more questions, guys. Yeah, entrepreneurship as a career, you can tell me, you can ask me, so I can start on
Yes, the
giving.
messages are coming in the chat.
Yeah, sir, I can only see 2 messages. Okay. Anyway, so what is like to be an entrepreneur? पहले आपको ये बता देते हैं. ठीक है. Yeah, we can tell about expanding the message. Meanwhile, आप लोग सब messages drop कर सकते हैं. So I can take it in. So entrepreneurship is like a high path. You can say some days you are very happy, some days you are very sad, some days you are like thinking of why the fuck I am doing this. Sorry for the word, but this is the situation we face in a regular day. Someday your client is overjoyed by you. Someday you are thinking ki it's a tough path. So basically, if you are thinking for making money and joining entrepreneurship or doing entrepreneurship just because of making money, then I would personally suggest you guys not to go in that field, because on the later stage and motivated, and weather is not so suitable here. So okay, so a lot of things like this happen in a regular day to us, what we are thinking. But one thing I can say on a very good note, that entrepreneurship is like a roller coaster which you guys will enjoy if you start doing it or start enjoying it. सो अगर कुछ फनी सा या कुछ एडवेंचरस करना है, माउंटेन ड्यू की एड की तरह कि भाई चलो कुछ तूफानी करते हैं, तो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप कर लेना। बट कुछ तूफानी के कंसीक्वेंसेस भी होते हैं, क्योंकि एवरीथिंग कम्स विद अ कंसीक्वेंसेस, यानी कि अच्छे और बुराई दोनों के साथ आता है वो। तो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप जितना अच्छा है उतना बुरा भी है, एट टाइम्स, एट नॉट एट टाइम्स। सो लाइक मेरे 2.5 साल के एक्सपीरियंस में, like I have been in the market for 2.5 years, and experience ki people at start don't take you seriously. They will don't they will not give you time. They will not listen to your words. They will not even look at your product. They will just throw you out. They won't give you an appointment. A lot of things are there. You need to make network and all. MBA में सिखाते हैं ना, networking is very important. So networking is really important, because once you start selling your things, you need to be with this motivation कि boss, I can do this, I can do that. Motivation is very strong requirement here. So let's start with the questions. Like, what are the basic steps to cultivate the idea of the startup? यार आइडिया वाइडिया कुछ नहीं होता, यू डोंट नीड एनी बेसिक थॉट और प्रोसेस की, क्या कोई कोई प्री डिफाइंड प्रोसेस नहीं है। इफ एनी वन इज कमिंग एंड क्लेमिंग टू यू कि एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप इज अ रिटन प्रोसेस है कि भाई साहब ये कर लीजिए, आपका स्टार्टअप बन जाएगा, मैं आपके स्टार्टअप को फंड कर दूंगा और ये चीजें हो जाएंगी, तो भाई साहब आप वहां से चले जाइएगा, क्योंकि इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल। देयर इज नो रिटन रूल्स इन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, है ना, बहुत अनरिटन रूल्स हैं। देर इज नो रिटन रूल कि क्या करना है एग्जैक्टली। देर इज नो वन टू से कि ये करने से ये होगा। आज आपको ये कोई बोल रहा है कि ये मत कीजिए, पर आपको बाद में रियलाइज होगा कि यही चीज आपने की, तभी से आप इस वजह से आप आगे हो। तो देर इज नो सेट ऑफ रूल्स। कल्टिवेट आइडिया कल्टिवेट करना, सबसे पहले देखो यार उस आइडिया की नेसेसिटी है कि नहीं, मतलब उसको यूज कौन करेगा, उसको खरीदेगा कौन। एप्स रेगुलरली बनते हैं, देर आर थाउजेंड्स ऑफ एप्स विच आर पॉपिंग लाइक every day. You need to check कि whether the required app is required or not, उसकी requirement है या नहीं है, क्या है कैसा है ना। प्रॉब्लम आप समझिए कि स्टार्टअप आप स्टार्ट नहीं कर रहे हो, ठीक है। वॉशिंग पाउडर निरमा जो आज आप टीवी पर ऐड देखते हो, वो एक सोल्यूशन था साबुन को रिप्लेस करने का, और या साबुन बेचने का या सर्फ बेचने का। जब वो सर्फ बेचते थे ना शुरू शुरू में, वॉशिंग पाउडर यू कैन से, तो वो वॉशिंग पाउडर खरीदता नहीं था कोई। they had to market a lot, they had to move a lot. Nirma is one of the best examples you can say to start the idea. अब अगर आपने कल्टीवेशन ऑफ आइडिया की बात की है, तो एक सिचुएशन ऐसा भी था कि
है। अंकुर को फोन कर, हैंग हो गया है।
आ जाएगा आ जाएगा।
अभिषेक,
हाँ सर आ जाएगा, हैंग हो गया।
I think he has some network issue.
Sir, he is rejoining in a second.
बस
I had
उसने
to talk
rejoin
with
कर
him.
ली.
Yes.
Sorry, it was just a glitch. So yeah, I think so. Previous messages मेरे screen के बाहर चले गए. खैर, I'm not able to check. So you guys can continue. आपने जो किसी ने पहले questions डाले हैं,
Yes,
आप दोबारा
yes,
please
yes.
send कर सकते हैं क्या?
मैं भेज रहा हूँ. I am reading
जी
it.
sir, please.
You just, how do you build a
हाँ,
successful customer base? What are the skills we should
um,
develop on that? Am I fast?
mhm.
How to feel
Sir,
mot
I got it. I got it. I need to just tell them everything about the startup and things. So,
Okay, how to feel motivated at times if setbacks? What skills do an entrepreneur
okay,
needs? What is the basic step to prepare ourselves for this? Then how to approach
जी जी,
people for funding?
okay, got it, sir.
Then they have
So
also asked.
cultivation,
Then they have also
जी जी,
asked how to expand the business. Then what was your vision at the outset?
okay. So पहले मैं बता दूं स्टार्टअप के रूल्स क्या हैं, फिर मतलब अनरिटन रूल्स क्या हैं, फिर व्हाट हाउ आई स्टार्टेड पे उस पे बात करते हैं. So आई स्टार्टेड लाइक दिस कि मतलब स्टार्टअप अगर स्टार्ट करना है तो क्या स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा. So idea cultivation पे I was discussing on. So idea cultivation is one of the biggest tasks यार. You need to ask कि is it possible to do that? Is it not possible to लोग खरीदेंगे नहीं खरीदेंगे. आप कुछ मत करो, अपने स्टार्टअप के आइडिया को अपने घर वालों को पूछो. अगर आपके मम्मी पापा खरीद लिए तो मान लो भाई मार्केट में कोई भी खरीद लेगा. ठीक है, until unless आपके मम्मी पापा कोई बड़े इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट ना हो और अपने बच्चे को बुद्धू बनाने के लिए ना बोल रहे हो. ठीक है, तो थिंक दैट नियर बाई. आप अपने आसपास के 5 लोगों को कांटेक्ट करो, उनको बोलो कि इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड इन बाइंग दिस एंड इफ दे एग्री ऑन दैट यू आर सोल्ड. So I was telling about the Henry Ford, I guess. So Henry Ford is said, if Henry Ford have asked around ना अपने आजू बाजू 5 लोगों को, I'm contradicting the previous statement which I said. अगर वो अपने 5 लोगों को आजू बाजू पूछता कि will this idea work out, तो मतलब मैं एक इंजन बना रहा हूँ जो अपने आप चलेगा, या एक स्टीयरिंग व्हील या एक उससे हैंडल से कंट्रोल होगा और 4 पहिए रहेंगे, कोई घोड़ा गाड़ी नहीं रहेगा, people won't have agreed. But Henry Ford still went on and made a petrol or diesel engine, and it is now worldwide moving on. Ford Industries started it as it's permanent manufacturing, and when they started उसके 1-1.5 साल के बाद it was in the market. आप इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल की बात कीजिए, अगर कि सर आपका इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल खरीद रहे हैं, टेस्ला वो सफर लाइक 2013-14 तक टेस्ला वो व्हीकल अपने को पहले पढ़ा